Within this tutorial, I'll explain how to add and edit video, add and edit titles, captions and credits, add and edit music, and how to add transitions, and finally save your project. There are two ways to add video to Windows Live Movie Maker. The first is by clicking this main area here where it says click here to browse for videos and photos, and the second place is up here where it says add videos and photos. If you click the button, it will bring up with a browse window where you can go through your My Documents and find your video and click open. The video will automatically be brought into your preview window here, and you can move through it with the cursor. To edit the video, you go to Video Tools, Edit, and then you can either split the video by selecting a part and then clicking split, and it will move it into two separate videos, so you can delete one or delete the other. Or alternatively, you can use the trim tool, which will load up in this preview window here a bar at the start of your video, and that can be moved in, and a bar at the end of your video which can be moved the other way to shorten the length of your video. Once this is done, you can then go save trim, and it will automatically cut your video down to size. You can also play around with the playing speed of your video, so if you wanted to go super fast or if you wanted it to play in slow-mo. You can also control the volume of your video by using the audio tools on the far left here. Once you have added your video to your movie, you can now start by adding a title, a caption and a credit. Start off by adding a title by clicking on the title button in the Home tab up in the ribbon. Click title and it will be added to the start of your movie. Enter in your text, and then you can change the font as well as changing the size of your lettering, as well as transparency, color, justification, and also controlling the way that it enters and leaves the screen. Once you're happy with the way things are, simply click somewhere on your video and then play through to make sure that it is correct. Once happy with this, then you add a caption to the area of the video that you want. Move the cursor to the section and click the caption button. A text box will be brought up over the top of your video. Type in your text and then move it to wherever you would like it to be. Again, you can choose different enters and exits for your video, for your caption. Press play to see if this comes out the way that you like. Finally, you can add a credit to the end of your video. Press the credit button up in the Home tab, and this will bring up a scrolling credit at the end of your video. Again, controlling the way that it enters and leaves the scene on the far right. By default, credits will always scroll up the screen. Once you're happy with this, play the whole video to make sure it is correct. remembering that at any time text can be changed by going to the Text Tools tab up in the ribbon. By clicking on the area that you're wanting, it will automatically select the text tool. This can be the same for the video. By clicking on the video and then going to edit, you can always edit the video at a later date. Once you've added your text, you can now add your music. To add music, go to the Home tab up in the ribbon and click Add Music. There are two options here, Add Music and Add Music to Current Point. If you're just adding it to the start of the movie, just select the top option. It will again bring up your browse window where you can click on the music track you'd like to add and click Open. The music will automatically be brought to the same length of your video. It will not play along the end of how much video or images you have. Options for the music tools can be found up in the Music Tools Options tab. Things like fading in and fading out, and also splitting the music. So again, dragging the cursor, hitting the split tool will separate the music into two separate parts. A useful tool if you're not wanting to use the whole song from the start is by determining when the start time is, or determining when the end point is. Another useful tool is in the Projects tab, where you have the button Audio Mix. On this audio mix you have the video at one end and the audio at the other. This is a simple way for determining what you would like to take main priority. For this video I'll use mainly the audio from the music. Once you're happy with all your settings, go back to the start of your movie and click play. Before saving your movie, you may want to add transitions so that going between a title and the video and then to a title again isn't so harsh, like this. You may want to put something like a crossfade in there. To do this, go to the Animations tab across the ribbon. You get a whole heap of options. By holding your mouse over the top of it, you'll get a preview of what that transition will look like. To put in a crossfade, move down until you see the icon that represents the crossfade. Select this by clicking on it. You can determine the length of the crossfade here, or the other animations here also. If you're using pictures, what you can do is also do a pan and a zoom, so that an artificial zoom will be put inside your video. If this is the type of animation you want to add to your whole video, click Apply to All as an easier way of doing it than doing it to each of your segments. Once this is done, you can now play back the video and make sure that it is correct to your liking. Once you're happy with the look of your project, you can now save it. Again, there are two ways that you can save your project. Either by going to the Home tab and clicking Save Movie on the far right and then selecting what way you would like to save it, or going to the File tab at the top left of your screen and going to Save Movie. You can select the recommender for this project, or you can select from the other options here, which will just change the quality of your video. For this, I will select recommend for this project. It will come up asking where you would like to save it and what you would like to name it under. Once you click save, the rendering process will start off. This can take quite a while if you have a long project to process. Once complete, the Windows Live Movie Maker will alert you to this and give you some options. If you're wanting just to view it back and see that it is all correct one last time, click the play button. It will load up in your desired media player and start playing.